Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're making this classic Biscoff cake from scratch, so let's get started. To start out, you're going to need to whisk your 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. In a separate mixing bowl, beat your half cup of unsalted butter at room temperature for about 1 minute on medium speed. Add in your 1 cup of granulated sugar and your half cup of brown sugar, then beat it on medium speed for 2 minutes. Add in your 3/4 cups of vegetable oil, then beat the mixture for another minute. Add in 1/3 cup of sour cream at room temperature and a half cup of Biscoff cookie butter. Then mix until it's all combined. Add in your 4 eggs at room temperature one at a time to prevent over mixing. Make sure 1 egg's incorporated before adding the next. Once your eggs are fully incorporated, you can add your 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Make sure to give your bowl a quick scrape before adding your dry ingredients. Alternate your flour mixture and 3/4 cups of buttermilk at room temperature and mix until the flour and buttermilk is all combined. Once you're done alternating your flour and buttermilk, grease your 8-inch cake pans with parchment paper, then divide your cake batter evenly in the cake pans. Give your cake pans a quick tap, then bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes. For the Biscoff frosting, you're going to need to beat up your 1.5 cups of unsalted butter at room temperature for 1 minute. Add your 6 tablespoons of cream cheese at room temperature and half cup of Biscoff cookie butter, then beat the mixer for 1 minute. Gradually add your 6 cups of powdered sugar and 4 to 5 tablespoons of heavy cream at room temperature while mixing on low speed. Once your 6 cups of powdered sugar are incorporated, raise your mixer on medium-high speed and beat it for another minute. Add your 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, then beat the mixer on medium-high speed for about 1 minute. For the filling, combine 1 cup of cookie butter and a 1/4 cup of Biscoff cookie crumbs. To assemble, dab a little bit of frosting on the cake board, spread a thin layer of frosting on top of your cake, then pipe a ring around the edges. Add half of your filling on the cake layer, then repeat with the second layer. Once you're done stacking your cake layers, make a thin layer, which is called a crumb coat, and put it in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes to let it harden before adding your final coat. Once your cake is frozen, continue covering your cake with an offset spatula and a bench scraper to smooth your cake. You can decorate this cake however you want, but what I'm doing is I'm adding about a 1/4 cup of Biscoff spread on top of the cake that I melted in the microwave for about 10 seconds. I'm spreading the spread all over the top to make sure I get those drips on the sides. You might want to refrigerate the cake 1 hour to let the cookie butter set. Once it's chilled, I'm putting some Biscoff cookie crumbs around the bottom edges around the cake. To finish off the top, I'm using a Wilton 1M tip to pipe around the top of the edges and half Biscoff cookies. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial on how I made this Biscoff cake from scratch. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye.